Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to the Q3 and 9 months FY25 post-earnings conference call of Suyog Telematics Limited. Today, on the call from the management team we have with us, Mr. Shiv Shankar Lature, Managing Director, Mr. Tushar Shah, Business Head India, Mr. Ajay Sharma, Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Suyash Lature, Business Development Manager, and Ms. Aarti Shukla, Company Secretary. As a disclaimer, I would like to inform all of you that this call may contain forward-looking statements which may involve risk and uncertainties. Also, a reminder that this call is being recorded. I would now request the management to quickly run us through the investor presentation for the quarter and 9 months ended December 24, sharing the performance highlights and their growth plan and vision for the coming year, post which we will open the floor for Q&A. Over to the management team.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Tushar from Suyog. I'm heading business for Suyog. So for presentation, we are only displaying key slides for this call because we believe there are a lot of questions coming on. So to have more time for Q&A, we are displaying only the key slides which matters to investor for a presentation. Kamesh, we can start the presentation. So again, we have even in Q3, 50% of revenue came from Bharti Airtel, 22% from Jio, 27% from VI, and 0.4% from others. As mentioned earlier, we have 26 states which are operational with us. Total tower count is 5,500 plus towers, and we have 6,400 plus tenancy as of Q3 exit. So to be accurate in numbers, we have 5517 unique towers with 6461 tenancies as of Q3 exit. Out of 6461, 3989 were a small cell tenancy. We have crossed 1,000 tenancies for government sites this quarter. We have added around 350 kilometers or fiber network, and we have reached 5,561 as a fiber kilometer network. And we have another 455 sites ready, which are yet to be built, which will be building in subsequent quarter. So if you see a Q3 performance, we have added 1,091 unique towers, which are built by us in this quarter, along which has added 1,215 tenancy and 341 fiber kilometer. So as committed, we have started a full-fledged rollout from Q3 based on the operator requirements ability, and now this speed will continue going forward. And we are getting more and more business opportunity in coming quarters. The way we are discussing with operators, we may even cross our targets of the rollout. Shiv Shankar Lature is the Managing Director and Co-founder. In terms of business, like earlier mentioned in earlier quarters, we have master service agreement with all the 4 operators. Recently, we signed an amendment with BSNL for 10 years locking period. And same payment terms continue with all the telco with 2.5% escalation every year. The best news of this quarter is we have crossed 1,000 tenancies on government land. So we are continuing our strength and we are being market leader in government tenancies. Again, all the rollout what we are doing maximum is coming in a slum site area, which is our strength. So we are playing with our strength and we'll continue playing the same across India for coming quarters also. My 70-80% sites which we are rolling out in Q3 have come from slum sectors, where we are very strong even compared to our biggest competitors. We are also doing small cell rollout, but yes, the volume bifurcation between macro and small cell has changed. My 70-80% sites which we are rolling out are coming from macro and around 20-30% is from small cell. Major reason being my major rollout is happening for BSNL and Vodafone. So BSNL 100% sites are macro site since they are doing 4G rollout. And Vodafone is doing small cell majorly in cities like Mumbai or other are coming as a macro site. So advantage of is that my revenue per site increases since macro gives me a major higher revenue compared to small cell. We built a strong and stable team in operations. We're continuing investing in operations. We are doing many new things like we are installing DC energy meter that's planned for next quarter going onwards. So we'll keep upgrading our operations and we'll ensure that we have one of the best uptime in the industry. Like earlier mentioned, we have and everything in our portfolio. We are like a one-stop player for all the mobile operator, from ground-based tower to rooftop, macro, small cell, fiber, FTTH. Whatever operator demands, we can deliver to them across India on the fastest possible time. We work with all the four operators. So in terms of tower industry is going very strong. You have seen many mergers and acquisition. Now Indus has gone ahead and taken over Bharti Hexacom sites and Airtel. And the way Vodafone and BSNL is going, we are expecting BSNL to be very more aggressive in coming quarters, and they've got additional 6,000 crore approvals from cabinet. So Vodafone and BSNL are doing a great job in terms of new site rollout. They have been very aggressive, and this aggressiveness from Vodafone and Jio will Vodafone and BSNL will surely benefit the entire industry. And in a maybe couple of years, we'll see the more than 50% of increase in tower count as an overall industry level. So our targets are same. Like I have committed, we were planning around 3,000 macro sites plus 500 for MTNL in Mumbai and 1,000 plus small sites in the FY25. We have already crossed 1,800 plus tenancy up to Q3. We have same order book. We have achieved much higher order book than what I'm showing here. But only thing, this target may get spilled over in coming quarters due to based on our funds availability. Otherwise, what I have committed was around 8,000 towers in FY25 plus FY26 put together. We can easily cross that number. The way we are speaking with Vodafone and BSNL, they are increasing their rollout. Vodafone is planning around 10,000 towers every quarter. You must have also seen the ad of Vodafone where they are adding 600 towers, 500 towers on every hourly basis. Plus, Vodafone BSNL has already started readiness for sponsor rollout in coming quarters or maybe next financial year. So we'll see a huge upside in terms of a business opportunity and a rollout which we will do. So we have already crossed 1,800 tenancy, and Q4 will try to best deliver them to go closer to our target. But surely all this will be achieved in coming quarters along with the next year target. In terms of way forward, we are ready for macro sites. We are rolling out in huge numbers. We are going very aggressive on small cell. Fiber, we are very positive that very soon we will start fiber work even for government-backed operator. And FTTH, we are ready and we are deploying it. It's slow and steadily. Even FTTH will grow. In terms of inorganic growth, we have already declared that we are eyeing one of the company whom we are planning to close in Q3, but maybe we will close all the acquisition. There will be few delays in terms of closure of acquisition of a company because first priority would be to put funds, available funds in an organic growth. And based on that, we may delay acquisition by some quarters. Otherwise, we are sure on an inorganic growth target also an organic. We will achieve all of them 100%, or we will also cross our targets. The BSNL is going very aggressively. They will be more aggressive in coming quarters. You must have heard about 6,000 crore approval, which BSNL plus MTN has got from very recent approval from cabinet. So they are going to increase their rollout, and they are also going to open new circles like Odisha, West Bengal, as per our discussion with BSNL. So it will be much more aggressive target from us in coming quarters. Our growth driver remains same. We are going to do pan-India rollout of macro and small cell along with fiber. I hope you guys have all seen the financials which were uploaded yesterday. So our Q3 revenue was 488 million. And if you see 9 months revenue, it's 1425 million. EBITDA again going very strong. We are continuing a strong percentage of EBITDA year, quarter on quarter. It's 341 million in Q3 and 1,019 million for 9 months consolidated. EBITDA percentage again remains same, 69.9%, which were going very strong. Net profit, again, we have clocked 172 million in Q3 with 543 million in a year YTD. Net profit percentage again going very strong with 35% of net profit and EPS strong as ever. So in terms of delivery, we have been delivering revenue as per commitment. We have been delivering EBITDA and PAT as per commitment. And same trend will continue in coming quarters and coming years. I think you guys have all seen this, so I don't need to repeat financial statements. We want to give more time for Q&A, so we have kept the presentation limited to key slides only. So this is all it from my side. Vinay, now we can open floor for Q&A.
Sure, sir. All those who wish to ask a question may use the option of raise hand. In case you're unable to raise hand, you can drop your question in the chat box. We have our first question in the chat box from R. Dikshit. The question is the number of increase in tenancies and macro towers on Q1Q basis, but revenue did not increase proportionately Q1Q. Is there some lag in the billing?
So this question is from
R. Dikshit.
Hi Dixit ji, you are right. Revenue did not increase proportionally because see my entire quarter, whenever I say site count, it does not come from the first day of the quarter. So you can take an average of 1.5 months, and there is a delay of 30 to 45 days in billing as per the operator expectation because MTNL was struggling with the equipments which they have got now. So there was a delay of say 30 to 45 days. In term, maximum delay was 60 days in BSNL case, and Vodafone billing is happening as per the RFI date only. There were minor delay of 60 days for BSNL mainly. But as we'll see, entire 100% revenue impact from the next quarter onwards. Hope I have cleared this, or you have any more doubt on this?
No, I'm good. Thanks. Thanks a lot for your clarification.
Thank you.
We'll take the first question from Varun Ghai. Varun, you can go ahead, please. Varun Ghia.
Hi, sir. A couple of questions. So firstly, you mentioned that there will be a spillover of the overall tenancies which we were trying to achieve 10,000. So this year end, what would be the actual number which we can achieve? And secondly, on margin side, you mentioned in last quarter that 73% EBITDA margin should be maintained, but there was again, because of lower revenues, the margins also went down. So what would be the sustainable level going forward?
आप शायद क्वार्टर 2 से कंपेयर कर रहे हैं EBITDA मार्जिन।
हाँ, क्वार्टर टू
के अंदर हमने ECL प्रोविजन जो किया था, ECL प्रोविजन रिवर्स किया है 4 CR का।
नहीं, excluding that the margins were around 73% EBITDA.
हाँ,
So right now it's around 69.9.
excluding 4 CR।
Yeah.
Q2 में हमारा जो मार्जिन है उसपे इसका बोनस का इफेक्ट आया ना, 1.5 CR जो है हमने बोनस भी दिया है Q3 के अंदर, तो उसकी वजह से बिट ऑफ मार्जिन डाउन हुआ है, बाकी कोई ऐसा एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी इफेक्ट नहीं आया।
Okay.
And in terms of
this year कितना?
So towers, we have already closed 1800 tenancy. We are trying to reach as closer to our target. So see, when you started with that 10,000 tenancy, 10,000 tenancy target remains same. We will deliver it in next 10,000 tenancy was FY26 exit, which we are not changing at all. Yes, the spillover of FY25 will happen in 26. So suppose there is a spillover of say 1500 odd tenancies, we will cover it along with the FY26 target. We are working on the finances. We are speaking with few of them, and it will soon be arranged. So my 10,000 tenancy target of FY26 plus FY26 is intact. We will do 10,000 tenancy, addition 10,000 tenancy by FY26 March exit. There is no changing target for spillover in that case. Only thing FY25 target will get spillover to 26.
Okay. And what will be your fundraising plan since you have withdrawn the preference and warrants?
So see, basically fund, we are speaking with a few bankers. We are trying to get the maximum debt, whatever possible, which we are trying to close ASAP. And in terms of fundraising, we now will wait for appropriate time, and whenever there is an appropriate time, we'll again go for the same.
And last question, what was the receivable amount as of Q3 December?
Can you repeat your question?
The receivable amount as of December end.
Receivable is around 45 CR.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Varun. We'll take the next question from the line of Saket Kapoor. Saket, you can go ahead, please.
Yeah, धन्यवाद विनय जी. Namaskar sir. Thank you for this opportunity. As you mentioned about the preference part, आपने कहा कि at an appropriate time. So, sir, appropriate time is a very subjective matter. So, if you could just give some more color, what according to the management is an appropriate time to raise fund, and the way we have envisaged it earlier in terms of the capex and the amount to be spent, how are we going to realign that funding requirement going ahead? And then I have a follow up for this preference part again. Please answer.
So, Saketji, so we are still working on the finances. As of now, we are very sure we'll go ahead with that for timing. Where we are speaking with few bankers, we're very positive that we will be closing our fund requirement immediately, maybe next month or so. We'll be closing with the bankers and we'll get enough funds to complete our Q4, Q1 targets of next year. Appropriate, it's very difficult right now to say when we'll again go for fundraising. You all know the market conditions, right? We don't want to take risk on investors' money. Like we come up with something and again investor gets impacted. That's the only reason we withdrawn this. It was keeping the market scenario in mind and investor benefit. So let's wait. This is not the right time, and it's not the right time to say by when we'll do exact date. But yes, whenever there's appropriate time, we'll immediately come to market, back to market for the funds.
Okay, so sir, what kind of debt arrangement in absolute number can you allude to for which will be we will be raising or tying up for March ending 25, and we will be spending? Yes, sir.
हमारे बैंकर्स हैं HDFC और एक्सिस बैंक, ठीक है, दोनों से मेरा कल ही निगोशिएशन हो चुका है और बातचीत हो चुकी है. मोटा मोटी हम 100 CR डेट इमीडिएटली ले लेंगे.
अच्छा सर, और सर ये जो 100 करोड़ हम ऋण लेंगे, इसका डिप्लॉयमेंट का ब्रेकअप आप कैसे बताना चाहेंगे सर? कब तक? हाँ जी,
हमारा एक ही मतलब लक्ष्य है कि जितना भी जल्दी हो सके हम पूरा का पूरा डिप्लॉयमेंट अपने नए टावर्स के अंदर यूज करें.
It would be all capex,
nothing else. कैपेक्स के सिवा कुछ ही नहीं करना है.
जी सर. सर जैसे आपने पिछले तिमाही में एक अनाउंसमेंट दिसंबर में भी किया था, एक कंपनी IP1 एसेट वाली एक्वायर करने की, यदि सर उसके विषय में भी कुछ आप और उसके पोटेंशियल और उसका परफॉर्मेंस उस पर बताते सर.
वो ऑलरेडी एक्वायर हो चुकी है, उसका हमने एडवांस भी दिया हुआ है जो हमने शो कर दिया था, एक्सचेंज के ऊपर भी शो किया हुआ है. 5 CR उसका एडवांस दिया हुआ है एंड 8.5 और बैलेंस देना है उसका, जो प्रोबेबली इन एंड ऑफ फेब तक हम दे देंगे. वो प्रोविजन पहले से किया हुआ था.
जी सर. नहीं सर, मैं भी सर इस सूचना से अवगत हूं, बट मैं जानना चाहता हूं कि इसके बेनिफिट्स क्या आप देखना चाह रहे हैं अगले वित्तीय वर्ष में.
तो बेनिफिट जो मैंने कंपनी एक्वायर किया, फर्स्टली इट्स एन दिल्ली बेस्ड कंपनी जहां पर मेरा प्रेजेंस बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं था. सो इट गिव्स मी एन अपसाइड इन दिल्ली वेयर माय ऑर्गेनिक ग्रोथ वाज हैपनिंग वेरी स्लोली. सेकंड, उसके 100% टेनेंट वाज जियो एंड एयरटेल, who are not ruling out the sites, and there are very high chance of increasing the tenancy immediately from Vodafone and BSNL. We are speaking of both of them. As soon as we complete the acquisition formality, we'll bring Vodafone and BSNL on the same sites and improve the tenancy. So this acquisition was done absolutely as per the strategy which I declared on my earlier calls also, that will acquire a site where organically I am not very strong. Second, which gives me additional tenancy from Vodafone and BSNL. In under the same lines, they have done this acquisition.
Sir, in terms of revenue contribution, can you give?
Can I request you to come back in queue? We'll have a lot of people to ask questions.
हाँ जी साहब, बस इसमें रेवेन्यू जनरेशन क्या रहेगा वो आंसर कर देते, बस मैं लाइन में आ जाता.
So revenue generation will be 66 crores per annum, more or less. Yeah, current revenue generation. So once we add tenancy, it will increase much higher.
More or less is double.
Thanks, Saketji. I request all the participants to please limit yourself to 2 questions maximum, since there are a lot of participants in line. We'll take the next question from Mr. Mahik Talati. Mahik, you can go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah, thank you. So just wanted to understand more from the debt perspective. So we already have a debt of close to 100 CR on our books as of H1 FY25, and now we are planning for another 100 CR of debt. That is, is our balance sheet supporting the same? And what is our debt to equity target which we are planning going, which we want to, which is our target?
डेट रेशियो सपोर्ट कर रहा है अभी तक तो. अभी तक तो डेट रेशियो में कोई इशू नहीं है, इक्विटी डेट रेशियो इज वेरी गुड। राइट नाउ हम 0.29 पे हैं, तो अगर मैं 100 सीआर यहाँ से और रेस करता हूँ तो भी हम मैक्स टू मैक्स 0.75 सीआर तक जाते हैं। तो डेट रेशियो में तो कोई इशू नहीं है। उसके आगे आपका क्या पूछना है? मैं
In the 100 CR debt which we are planning for CapEx, how many new towers we can add with this?
नियर अबाउट 1200 न्यू टावर्स ऐड हो जाए।
1200 new towers. So this will be done in entirely in this quarter, or there will be some spillover for Q1 as well?
मतलब मार्च और जून तक मेरा ये टारगेट अचीव हो जाए।
Okay, so we can add around 600 in this quarter on an average, right?
Yeah.
And other than this, from internal growth, are we also planning any new additions, or that is done by?
Mahesh, one more thing. So when you're talking about this, when we're saying we're raising that, it's only a stopgap arrangement. Because we have withdrawn from the preferential, and then at an appropriate time, whenever we raise the preferential, again, our equity will improve. In terms of repayment, I think you're aware, whenever I install this act, my revenue start immediately from the day of installation and a good cash flow. So even repayment should not be an issue. It's just a stopgap arrangement which we are planning, and soon we'll, at an appropriate time, will again come with the preferential issue.
No, so my question was basically that this 1200 towers which we are installing is on the debt by using the debt, correct? I am asking that if
Tower you are saying what I have installed is up to Q3, or you are talking of future tower?
years of you, so till date what we have installed is by
No, it was all from internal accruals.
yeah. So going forward also are we planning? Do we have the funds that along with the debt we can add more towers, or only
Yes.
1200 towers is
No,
will be
10%
added?
will not happen through that. There would be internal accruals, which because if I have done 1300 plus tenancy, I will get full year benefit in next year. So again, we'll get that internal accrual, which we'll use for capex. Plus, we'll use that as a stopgap arrangement.
Okay, so basically internal plus debt will help us in adding new towers for the next 2 quarters at least, right?
Right.
And then we might go for a fundraise for addition of new towers.
Yes.
Okay. And any specific numbers? How much are we? How much new tenancies we can? What could be the March ending in terms of tenancies? Any rough ballpark number?
It should be 6.5 to 7,000 tenancies.
So currently we are at 6,400, so around 7,000, 7,500, correct?
So currently we have 6,400 as of Q3 exit. In next quarter, let's see, based on our financial working, we'll try to add the maximum. So we are trying to reach 7,000. Let's see where we reach.
Okay. And so last question was on the tax perspective. So our tax is quite low at around 12%, and in some quarters it's around 11, some quarters it's around 18%. So a reason for lower tax, and when can we are we expecting that to go to 25% the tax level?
मैं जी, हमारा जो टैक्सेशन है वो डिफर इसके लिए हो रहा है कि जितने नंबर ऑफ साइज में लगाता हो उतने नंबर ऑफ साइज का डेप्रिसिएशन और डिफर्ड का मेरे को बेनिफिट मिलता है वो एज पर कंपनी लो। तो मैं उसी हिसाब से रेशियो एनालाइज करता हूँ, और आज मैं डिफर एसेट के ऊपर हूँ। इसकी वजह से मेरा इस क्वार्टर के अंदर आप देखेंगे कि डिफर्ड एसेट आ रहा है। तो इसकी वजह से चेंज होता है, जितने नंबर ऑफ साइट्स मेरे बढ़ते हैं उतना मेरे को इनकम टैक्स का और इसका कंपनी लो का डिफरेंस मिल जाता है।
Okay,
रेट्स बहुत ज्यादा हाई है, वेरी है, सॉरी रेट्स जो है ना इनकम टैक्स की और इसकी बहुत ज्यादा वेरिएशन है रेट्स।
Okay, understood. Thank you, sir. Best of luck.
Thanks, Mike. We'll take the next question from the line of Hemant. Mr. Hemant, you can go ahead, please.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for giving me an opportunity. So I just wanted to understand, like, we have a target of 10,000 odd towers, right, in FY26. You said you are going to raise, debt of 100 crores, and that would kind of give us 1,200 towers. So we will still be short of around 2,500 towers going forward. So what are your plans with respect to that? how are we going to manage the funds for that?
Because what we said is again, currently we are using, see, we are planning funds from alternative routes. So that and that would be only an intermediate, or you can say timing arrangement, stopgap arrangement. That is only a stopgap. We'll again at the right time will come up with the preferential issue, which we'll use for new rollout.
So the only the concern is like, say you said the market conditions are not correct and you kind of withdrew the preferential. Say assume the market condition remains like this for another 6-8 months or a year forward. So how are we going to raise the funds?
So we are working with the multiple alternative routes where we are planning to raise the funds. Even if market condition is not stable, we are speaking with multiple people. There are few routes which we will explore and will raise the funds. But as a management, we are very confident that we'll be able to raise the funds for our entire rollout of FY25 spillover plus FY26. If market condition is very good, if it does not improve, we will use alternative routes.
So just last question, sir. Is promoter planning on infusing the funds for the growth aspects of the company?
Yes, 100% promoter is planning. Only thing this time we withdraw because that was not solving our purpose because it was in warrant and it was only giving me 25% in current year, which would have not helped my deployment. So promoter is planning and he will 100% infuse funds in the company.
Okay.
He had already
Last question, sir.
Last time.
Okay. So the last question. So what percentage of revenue is coming from BSNL for now?
So as of now, it's only 0.4, 0.5% because we have just started rollout from last quarter for BSNL and MTNL put together. So it will slowly and steadily increase in coming quarters.
So any number or any percentage we are looking from BSNL, say in coming 2-3 years?
So we are targeting in next by FY26 should reach 15% of my revenue.
Okay. Thank you, sir. All the best.
Thanks, Mr. Hemant. We'll take the next question from Chinmay Upadhyay. Chinmay, you can go ahead, please.
Yes. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are.
Yes, thank you for the opportunity. So one question was that we have written in our PPT that there are 455 sites which are ready for integration. So what does that exactly mean? Because in the 5,500 towers that we currently have, there are also some towers for which you are saying that the billing has not happened. So can you differentiate between the two?
So basically whatever, suppose if we are talking about Q3. Q3 was October, November, December. So whatever site I must have bid in late November or December, their sign off gets delayed by 30 to 45 days, which billing happens from RFI date, but it happens on a pro rata basis in the coming quarter. So by Q3, we may not have billed that 453 site, which I'll bill in this quarter, in Q4.
But sir,
so sites were ready. We have got the orders from operator. Only thing they need around 15 to 20 days. Mainly BSNL needs around 15 to 20 days to install their equipment. And then they will be sign off to start the billing. But it will be from a backdated.
So this 455 towers, this is not the MTNL towers which we spoke in the last con call, which were awaiting integration.
453 would be, last Palato is already part of billing now. These would be Q3 towers.
Okay.
These are Q3 towers, it would be between MTNL and Vodafone put together. So whatever tower I may have delivered in month of December, I cannot build it in the same month, right? They will install equipment. It will take 15 to 20 days for sign off.
Okay, got it. So my next question was on the acquisition that we have done of Lotus Tele. So I understand that there is going to be some delay on the acquisition part, but how many? So I understand they have 120 sites as per your press release. So how many tenancies do they currently have on them?
So they have 140 ka tenancy on 120. That's 140, 145. Some tenancy count is there, and with 120 towers. And see, Lotus we may not do the acquisition, but other companies which we are eyeing may get delayed by a few quarters.
Okay. And sir, how do we plan to source funds for the said acquisitions that we are planning going forward?
Obviously, we are planning multiple routes like bank debt is one of these. Yes, internal accruals are there. Promoter will invest funds, and then obviously at right time will again come in preferential. But obviously, our priority for deploying would be organic growth first, and then we'll manage funds, and then we'll go for inorganic growth.
Okay, got it, sir. So next question is, how many towers have we currently installed for BSNL, considering that they have given a rollout of 65,000 towers already on the 4G side?
No, so when you say BSNL has done 65,000 4G, it means that they are 50,000 plus, or you can say 60,000 plus tower upgrade from the existing tower to 3G or 2G to 4G.
Correct.
In terms of new tower, they have deployed around 10,000 odd tower, out of which we have done 500 plus towers.
Okay, sir. And what is the kind of number we are expecting from BSNL going forward in terms of the number of towers? Any visibility we have there?
And so with the new approvals in place, we are eyeing at least 2,500 tenancy of BSNL in Suyog portfolio by end of FY26.
Okay, sir. And my last question, sir, how much capex have we incurred till date on the number of towers we already have installed?
100.
100 plus crores.
100 plus, yeah. Okay. Got it, sir. And sir, what is the kind of capex we expect to incur in the last quarter of this year?
See, based on finances, we are sweeping bets once we get. So we are planning again, we are planning say around 500 plus sites. So should be around 50 crore plus.
50 crore plus. Okay, sir. Thank you so much. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thanks, Chinmay. We'll take the next question from the line of Agastya Dave. Agastya, you can go ahead, please.
Yeah, hi, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. Actually, the previous participant asked a lot of questions, but she was looking at different units. I'm looking at different units. So I have very similar questions, but जहाँ पर वो number of towers पूछी थी वहाँ मुझे number चाहिए capex का and vice versa. So the first question is कि BSNL announced a lot of capex, right, in terms of the amount that was given to them by government. And that was done last year, and allocations were made in the budget, and funds were infused in BSNL. So, do you have an idea how much of those funds have been deployed by BSNL across various projects, not just related to your company, but just talking macro-wise?
So we know the number of towers, but in terms of fund allotment, we don't have any information from BSNL on the fund usage. That's an internal issue which they don't even declare, right? So it's very difficult to share that information, get that information from BSNL.
But sir, you would have some idea, right? Ki what was the targeted number of towers and how much have they completed?
So see, they have target of 1 lakh tower in 18 months.
Right.
Out of which 60,000 towers were upgrade and 40,000 towers were new sites. So
Okay.
after 60,000 upgrade, they have done 45,000 upgrade till now. And
Okay.
after 40,000 new towers, they have done around 10,000 towers till now.
So 3,000 new towers. And sir, what was the previous number? Can you repeat that?
So out of 60,000 upgrade,
Upgrades.
45,000 upgrade till now.
Okay, so 15,000 upgrades and 30,000 new sites are remaining.
Right.
Correct. And so any problems on the payment side from BSNL?
No. We are getting
It's coming in smoothly, right?
It's coming properly. There are no
Okay.
issues.
Okay, perfect, sir. So then the previous participant was asking you about capex. So if I take the base of FY24, you had 5,118 tenancies.
Right.
And on top of that, if I take your long-term target of reaching like 15,000, so that's a 10,000 ka difference. Now, am I right in saying that you just mentioned to her that for 500 towers, you require 50 crores? So would it be a right idea to extrapolate that number over the entire 10,000 sites? So would you require like 1,000 crore capex in total to reach 15,000? Yeah, is it too simplistic from my side if I do that?
Right. For 15,000 tenancies, which is 10,000 additional tenancy, we have done 8,000 towers. So the capex plan is around 800 crores.
800 crores, so not 1,000 crores. So 800 crores starting from the base of 24. Is that right, sir?
Yeah, right.
And so so this is the capex which I'll see from the cash out on investments, right? And on the balance sheet, this is the sum total of the changes that we'll see in the gross block from PPE and also from right of way, right?
Yes.
That is exactly how it will work, right? So no additions will be there. So the 800 crores is what I need to concentrate on.
Yeah.
Okay, so then final question, again on the funding part, sir, sorry to again repeat it. So again, taking 2024 as the base, This 800 crores, how do you plan to fund the entire amount? So you've talked in pieces that 100 crores from here, 100 crores from here. But if I look at the big picture, 800 crores का सर रफ ब्रेकअप आप देख सकते हैं कि रफली कब तक आपको पैसा चाहिए? There will be a time limit, right? You cannot wait indefinitely. And then what is your comfort level in terms of debt equity for this incremental 800 crores?
अगर सही यहाँ से मैं अप्रोक्सीमेटली 250 सीआर तक का डेट रेज करूं तो मुझे कोई दिक्कत नहीं है।
Okay.
ठीक है, मेरा डेट इक्विटी रेशियो मेंटेन होता है, लेकिन
हम्म।
इससे ज्यादा डेट रेज करना मेरे लिए थोड़ा पॉसिबल नहीं है। मैं
ठीक है।
तो उस जो 800 सीआर कैपेक्स मुझे करना है, नो डाउट करूंगा, इसमें कोई शक नहीं है। कंपनी बहुत 101% श्योर है। इवन हमारे जो प्रमोटर है वो कॉन्फिडेंट है, बिजनेस हमारे हाथ में है और हम 101% ये काम करने जा रहे हैं, इसमें कोई शक
जी जी
अप्रोक्सीमेटली 100 सीआर के आसपास प्रमोटर अभी इसी फंडेज के साथ में रेडी थे कि हम डाल देते हैं, तो 25 सीआर उनका वारंट के थ्रू आता और रेस्ट इन पीरियड्स आ जाता।
समझा।
किसी भी टेक्निकल रीजन से इस बार कैंसिल हुआ है, वो हम कोई दूसरे वे से
अंडरस्टूड सर, अंडरस्टूड सर,
प्रमोटर ला रहे हैं, इस तरह से मेरे 350 सीआर हो गए।
understood sir. And sir, just to be clear, when you said ki 250 is the maximum capex, maximum debt that you're comfortable with, that is the total amount, even on the expanded equity base.
Expanded.
On expanded, right? वो जितना भी आप इक्विटी रेस करेंगे उसके बावजूद आप सिर्फ 250 करोड़ एडिशनल डेट लेना चाहते हो, उसके आगे आप नहीं जाएंगे। So 550 करोड़ should be equity raise plus internal accruals, right?
नहीं, 250 प्लस 100 300 तो मेरा इसमें आ गया प्रमोटर और डेट से। बाकी जो रेस्ट बचा उसमें 200 सीआर मेरा खुद का इंटरनल एक्रूवल से हो जाता है।
ओके।
मैं इक्विटी मैक्स टू मैक्स 250 के आसपास ही जाऊंगा, उससे ज्यादा नहीं जाऊंगा।
So 250 debt, 250 equity, 100 from the promoters. So that is 600 crores, and bacha हुआ 200 crores comes from internal accruals.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for clarifying, sir. All the best.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Agastya. I invite Mr. Dhruv Bajaj from the chat line to ask your question, please.
I just had a couple of questions. So my first question was that how many towers have we executed in the current quarter, and was the slowdown on the revenue front primarily due to delay in the billing cycle, and therefore we should see an uptrend in Q4? Or did I miss something? Because we have guided for a much higher number in Q3 and Q4.
To Q3, I think we are on the expected line only. We have done 1300 plus tenancy in Q3 with 1000 plus towers. In terms of revenue upside, you will always get a revenue upside of Q3, Q4 onwards, but even in Q4, you'll get only 3 months or 2.5 months revenue upside. Next year, we'll get the full year impact of towers around in Q3.
Got it, sir. Got it. And my other question was regarding fundraise, but I guess that has been answered. Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Dhruv. We'll take the next question from the line of Darshil Pandya. Darshil, you can go ahead, please.
Thank you for the opportunity. Sir, just wanted to understand, will any of our revenue be impacted as what we have guided for FY25 and 26?
No, as of now, we are on target. FY25 is also on target, more or less, and FY26 would be 100% on target. I can say vice versa, we are getting many more orders. We have been speaking with operator. So we are trying if we can further improve it. But yes, we are on target.
Okay. And sir, a few days ago, Indus Tower had one announcement. They bought some 16,000 odd towers from Bharti Airtel with around 330 odd crores. So I just want to understand that, how difficult or easy it is to, get these towers from slum sale and either, building that own towers. Just want to understand that.
So it's a wrong comparison, to be frank. See, when you buy a tower, obviously it's easy, but when you buy a tower unit, from a Suyog perspective, I don't know what Indus think, but I can share about Suyog strategy. Whenever I acquire a company, it's not only about buying an existing tower at what price, it's more about how how many more tenancies I can add on that tower. So if we feel that that tower is very lucrative and we can add another 1.5 tenancy on the existing tower, and it's in an area where we are not organically growth, I'll 100% go for that. Organic growth is 100% very difficult. We have been, working day and night on field, entire team is on field, and it's difficult. But then it also gives you much satisfaction and you're able to achieve target, your brand name improves. And because of organic growth, I get more and more business from operator because there are many locations where they want to put anchor sites where existing towers are not there. And I get more and more business of anchor site because my organic growth is very strong compared to competitor.
Okay, got it, got it. And so just want to understand, in the previous calls we discussed about, installing wind turbine, solar energy, and something also about zinc batteries that, might start in Q4. So where is all this,
So zinc
what
battery,
about,
zinc batteries are not right. We are expecting trials in Q4 of zinc batteries. Wind turbine, I think, was not found workable because of analysis or energy it was generating. Yes, but zinc battery is on track. We are trying, we'll be soon doing a trials of zinc battery.
any internally, have you thought about what kind of savings can we do on this? Just a ballpark thing of what today we might be, giving and what we might save in future.
It's very difficult to do right now unless we do trials, successful trials. There's no point discussing them because we have to see at what price will get the zinc battery because it needs volume to manufacture, right? It's very early stage of trials. Right now, we are not even aware of the exact costing of zinc battery. But principally, if you feel it will be a good saving because lithium is very scarce resource while zinc is available in abundance. So it should give me good saving compared to lithium.
Correct. One last question, sir. Is there any update on, the FTTH trials that were underway to, that they were exploring last mile connectivity without laying fiber cables? Do you have any update on that?
No, it's still the team is working on it. They are finding various solutions. So nothing concrete has come out yet.
Can we expect in this quarter?
Let's hope.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. On all the best for your coming quarters. Thank you.
Thank you, Darshan. We'll take the next question from Yash Darak. Yash, you can go ahead, please. Yash, you can unmute and ask your question, please.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. So I have just one question. I think we had raised some funds with regards to addition of towers from Vodafone and BSNL. So are the tower addition in place or has the plan been sanctioned for addition of those towers?
Yes, I really did not understood the question, but still we have been adding tower. Whatever rollout I'm doing right now is 100% for Vodafone and BSNL. We are rolling out huge towers. That's going on quarter basis. We had planned preferential issue raise, which we have withdrawn because of market condition. So as of now, we have not raised any funds, but whatever rollout has been happening has been done with the internal accruals till date.
So can you give just a timeline as to how this, when and where, when are these towers going to be added?
Yes, I think I'm again, we have already added 1300 plus tenancy in Q3. Overall in YTD, it's 1800 plus tenancy we added in up to Q3. Q4, we are eyeing to get tenancy. Next year, we are again planning 5,000 tenancy additional. So FY26 and we are eyeing around 14 to 15,000 tenancies by FY26 end.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Yash. We'll take the next question from Vineet Khatri. Vineet, you can go ahead, please.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, Vineet, you're audible.
So my question is with respect to the budget of this year, like BSNL's allocation was reduced, right? So do you see any type of impact on the growth of BSNL?
मुझे तो ऐसा कोई मतलब गाइडलाइन नहीं मिला है अभी तक.
And additional 6,000 crore has been sanctioned by cabinet for BSNL rollout. So BSNL has become more aggressive in market rather than what you are saying. So we are expecting more orders from BSNL. We have been speaking with them on daily basis. They are being very aggressive. They have further improved their rollout numbers. and the 100% more orders will flow through from BSNL.
Okay, so like what I had heard about was that 53% type of budget allocation towards BSNL was reduced.
No. So what they are only doing when you say budget has been reduced, rather than putting their own sites, which is a capex, they are aiming for more and more IP sites. So there's the only change in strategy. What they are doing is they will IP site like sites from Suyog or Indus are much commercially viable for them, and they come at much faster pace. So that's where they are changing the strategy, and their site rollout numbers remain same. There is no reduction in site rollout numbers.
Okay, and the funding to them is intact, right?
Yes.
That part. Okay, thank you.
We'll take the next question from Deepak Pandey. Deepak, you can go ahead, please.
Good afternoon, Tushar ji. Sir, just I want to understand what is the revenue expected from Lotus Infra for FY25 and what sort of growth can we expect for FY26?
Yeah, FY25 would be there. It's only 3 months revenue which will get from Lotus Infra because we have still not completed the acquisition. We are in process of completing, which may complete in Feb. So FY25 there will be no impact in terms of revenue. We'll hardly get 1 month revenue. In FY26, their original revenue is 6 crore plus, and we are eyeing to add at least 50% tenancy on Lotus Infra. So target should be around 8-9 crores revenue in FY26 from Lotus Infra.
And on the margins front, they are doing 60% only?
Yeah, margins are almost same.
Got it. And once a tower, addition order is provided by an operator, how much time do they give generally?
For normally a ground-based tower, it's around 30 days. For rooftop tower, it's around 15 days.
And what happens if you are not able to deliver it in 30 days?
Finally, obviously we have meetings on daily basis. If I say I'm not able to deliver at all because of XYZ issue, then they may open it for some other IP. Till that time, I give them commitment that they will deliver it maybe with a delay of 10-15 days, they accept it. Only they will withdraw when I say I'm not able to deliver.
Okay. And they'll take the whole order or specific location
that specific tower. That specific tower will get open for other IPs if I say no to them.
Specific location-wise site will get open for other IPs.
Right.
Got it. That's it, sir. Good luck for the future. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Deepak. We'll take the next question from the line of Rahul Anna. Rahul, you can go ahead and ask your question, please.
Yeah, hi, sir. Sir, I just want to know a couple of things. How many tenancies are coming for renewal in over, let's say, next 6 months? And what is our, retention rate for these renewal of tenancies?
So 100% we have been retaining the tenancies because anyways now agreement what we are signing is for 10 years, 5 to 10 years. We don't sign a small contract. In terms of next 6 months, we have around 150 tenancies which are coming for renewal. And as of now, my success rate is 100%. Unless there is a building which is in a redevelopment or something, 1 or 2 sites may go. Otherwise, we have been retaining 100% all the sites.
Okay, sir, these when you in your PPT you mentioned that there are some 1,000 new small cell towers you're planning for FY26 and 3,500 from MTNL Vodafone. So these are confirmed orders or these are potential business opportunities?
These are as of now I have more than 3,500 confirmed order in my hand. Plus it's been adding on daily basis.
Okay, and sir, your number of tenancies has gone up by almost 1,000 plus on a quarter-on-quarter basis, but the impact on the revenue is not visible in the Q3 numbers. So can you explain how does it work?
It will not come in Q3 because when I say it has increased by 1,000, that does not mean that on first day of Q3 we have rolled out that side. That 1,000 number has come across 3 months. So we get hardly 1 month revenue or maybe less than that. So actual impact will come from next quarter. And full year impact will be from next year.
Okay, so 1,000 plus tenancy next quarter, how much potential additional revenue can we expect in Q4?
So see, it's normally around 25,000 order revenue on an average basis per site per month.
Okay. Okay, thank you, sir.
Thanks, Rahul. We'll take the next question from Manish V. Manish, you can go ahead, please.
Hi, thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're audible, Manish.
Fantastic. Firstly, thank you for explaining CapEx, demonstrating your effective debt management. At the same time, you talked about strong sales growth. I think what I really want to understand from you, to me, the area of concern is the increase in sales does not translate into proportionate profit growth. When I look at your last, I think I put that in the chat as well. Despite of the strong sales growth that you've mentioned, I'm seeing our NPAT drop by 10% year on year. How are you addressing this? Is this due to high costs, poor operational efficiencies, or any other non-operational expenses?
So, Manish, as you mentioned, even in my earlier earning calls, we are 100% sure of maintaining EBITDA of 65% plus EBITDA and 30 to 35% of PAT. Only thing you are seeing this difference, one is because of ECL provision, which we have reversed. We did not have any ECL in Q3, but we had ECL reversal in Q2 and even in Q4 of Q3 of last financial year. That's why you are seeing this drop. Otherwise, we are absolutely maintaining EBITDA and PAT margins. And only there was one, because Diwali falls in Q3, there was a little bit increase in employee cost, which was at one time in a year cost. Other than the operational cost remains same throughout the year. And a PAT, since I have a master service agreement only for operators, my input, my sales figure don't change. It's a fixed revenue which I get from operator year on year. So my PAT margins and EBITDA are very stable and will continue at the same rate.
Okay. That's what I'm trying to understand. Is it the OPM which has gone down from 80% to 70%? Is it the increased expenses? I'm trying to also understand the investor sentiment here, given the sharp decline in prices. Of course, I take macroeconomic conditions into equation, but at the same time, I'm seeing a significant dip from highs of 1900 to almost 1000, which is a 50% dip.
So in terms of market drop in share price, we are a company who focuses on business. We are very sure of performance. We don't really, what to say, we don't see a market that much. I will not comment on the drop of share price, but as in terms of EBITDA PAT, there was a only drop because there was an Vodafone recovery. If you compare my Q3 EBITDA with Q3 last year and Q2 of this year, there is a difference, or you can see a drop only because in both that quarter there was an Vodafone recovery which happened. Like 3.5 crore recovery was we got 3.5 crore recovery in Q3 last year, and we got around 4 crore recovery from Vodafone in Q2 this year. While in Q3 of this year, which is a current quarter which we are discussing right now, don't have any Vodafone recovery, and that's the only reason you are seeing major drop in EBITDA compared to that 2 years.
Understood. My last question, in terms of investor participation, are we seeing an increase? Are we seeing people reducing their positions? Is it the promoters? Is it the retail investors? What sort of trends are you seeing over the last quarter?
So when you say last quarter, the overall investor count, fully if you see an increase, we are seeing a lot of participation and we are getting a lot of queries. We are meeting investors. So in terms of interest in company, we have found it increase. People are more and more interested in Suyog and they are very confident about our performance.
Okay. Thank you very much and good luck for the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Manish. We'll take the next question from the line of Jay Arora. Jay, you can go ahead, please. Mr. Jay, you can unmute and ask your question.
Hi, good afternoon, जी. ये question तुषार जी, Sharma जी के लिए है. Last year we had achieved revenue of 174 crores and PAT था हमारा 63. Guidance for FY25 and FY26, हम FY25 कहाँ revenue पे end करने वाले हैं and what would be the PAT? क्योंकि ये towers related लोगों ने काफी questions उठाए हैं and tenancies, बट उन सब की एंड में हमको मेट्रिक्स देखने हैं कि रेवेन्यू में क्या आता है. वो मेरे लिए डिफिकल्ट है कैलकुलेट करना क्योंकि हर एक का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, हर साइज का टावर अलग है, स्मॉल और बड़े का. तो जस्ट फॉर माय सिंपल बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग, कहाँ हम लैंड अप करेंगे दिस फाइनेंशियल ईयर FY25 एंड FY26 का हमारा क्या विजन है, मतलब कहाँ अप्रोक्सीमेट रेवेन्यू का टारगेट है, एंड सिमिलरली फॉर द पैट। लास्ट क्वेश्चन होगा कि मैं, इफ आई एम नॉट, मैंने गलत नहीं सुना, तो हमारा कंपनी का टारगेट है टू रीच 15,000 टावर्स, एंड उसके लिए हमें कुछ करीबन 800 करोड़ का केपेक्स का जरूरत होगा। ये हम कब तक अचीव करने के विजन में है, ये कौन से फाइनेंशियल ईयर में वी वुड वांट टू कंप्लीट दिस एंटायर केपेक्स साइकिल? और हम 15,000, अभी टावर था क्या टेनेंसी, मेरी गलती हो सकती है सुनने में, तो इस पे थोड़ा क्लैरिटी, और उससे क्या पैड जनरेट हो सकता है जब हम वो अचीव कर लेंगे तो।
Hi Jay, how are you? After a long time I'm speaking with you.
Yeah.
So I'll answer the second part first, then first part Sarvaj will answer you. In terms of target, 15,000 is tenancy count, which we want to achieve by the FY26 exit. तो जो भी पूरा 800 करोड़ का कैपेक्स है, would be utilizing it in FY20. Already we have done 100 plus crore out of 800 crore. तो बैलेंस कैपेक्स है वो हम लोग FY26 पे कंज्यूम कर देंगे, which will enable us to reach the 15,000 का tenancy in FY26 exit figures.
Okay.
We are 100% confident about this. We'll anyways achieve it because the way we are getting business from Vodafone, BSNL, we are 100% sure of achieving it.
देखिए मैं इधर थोड़ा, सॉरी तुषार जी रोक रहा हूँ, हम 800 करोड़ का केपेक्स बाय FY26 कंप्लीट कर देंगे?
Yes. 100 करोड़ नहीं कर दिया है।
देखिए आप तो हमारे साथ काफी लंबे समय से जुड़े हुए हैं, आपको तो हमारी एबिलिटी पे भरोसा होना चाहिए। हम
नहीं
बोल
नहीं,
रहे हैं
मेरे
कि
को
हम
बिल्कुल कोई शक नहीं है, मैं 2013 से जुड़ा हूँ, मुझे बिल्कुल शक नहीं है। मेरे लिए बहुत, आई एम वेरी एक्साइटेड, मतलब मैं बहुत ज्यादा खुश हूँ इससे कि इतना अमेजिंग हम केपेक्स कर पाएंगे, वो डिलीवर कर देंगे। तो बस मुझे वही सुनना था, मतलब यही सुननी थी।
बेसिकली वी नीड टू ऐड 8,000 टावर्स, जिसमें से मैंने 1,015 में प्लस ऐड कर चुका हूँ ऑलरेडी नेटवर्क में। मुझे और 6,500-7,000 टावर ऐड करूंगा तो मेरा 800 करोड़ का कैपेक्स हो जाता है, which we are 100% capable. We have aligned all our resources and will be doing it.
So this is going to be 800। आज हमारी बुक्स पे एसेट्स कुछ करीबन 400 करोड़ के दिखाता है। सो ये मैं, दिस विल बी एडिशनल 800 करोड़ का एसेट्स दिखेंगे कि दिस विल, वी विल फ्रॉम 484 टू विल रीच 800 करोड़।
800 करोड़ और एडिशन दिखेगा आपको एसेट्स पे।
ब्यूटीफुल ब्यूटीफुल, सुपर।
आपका क्या क्वेश्चन है?
और क्वेश्चन पूछ, हाँ बस ये था, दिस फाइनेंशियल ईयर, और ये अच्छा टावर से टेनेंसी अचीव करने के बाद बाय, मैं मान के चलो FY26 तक हम कंप्लीट कर देते, तो अगेन उसके एक क्वार्टर लगता है हमको टू रिकॉग्नाइज ऑल दैट टेनेंसी टू इन द रेवेन्यू।
मैं आपको 27 का टॉप लाइन बता देता हूँ, 26 का नहीं 27 का बताता हूँ।
हाँ जी।
27 का टॉप लाइन होगा 570 प्लस।
570 प्लस, ब्यूटीफुल। And we are going to have the same kind of 32 to 35% पैट के हम क्या टारगेट करेंगे, क्या अचीव होते?
देखिए बाय डिफॉल्ट अपना EBITDA मार्जिन जो है वो 5 के आसपास होता है इन इंडेक्स। एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी मार्जिन हमारा थोड़ा सा इसके लिए बढ़ा इस बार, मतलब लास्ट 2 साल से बढ़ रहा है। उसका रीजन यही है कि केवल लोडिंग आ रही थी, हमारा कुछ टावर अपग्रेड नहीं हुआ था, नए टावर हम नहीं डाल रहे थे, केवल लोडिंग से हमारा इंक्रीज हो रहा था, जिसमें पैट बढ़ता है, EBITDA बढ़ता है। लेकिन अब हम नए टावर लगाने जा रहे हैं सारे के सारे, जब नए टावर लगाएंगे तो उसमें जो रेगुलर मार्जिन है वही आती है।
ओके
ठीक है, रेगुलर मार्जिन आती है, तो जो रेगुलर मार्जिन आती है उसके अंदर हमारा पैट अराउंड 32% के आसपास ही रहता है, 30 से 32%, और EBITDA अराउंड 65%।
ओके, अंडरस्टूड। एंड ये आखिरी क्वेश्चन है मेरा, ये फाइनेंशियल से लिंक नहीं है, दिस इज गुड। एंड ये इसके बीच में हम करीबन 250 करोड़ के आसपास इक्विटी रेज होगा, जरूरत पड़ेगी हमें इन्फ्यूजन की?
इक्विटी रेज होगा, अब ये देखना है कि मेथड ऑफ इक्विटी रेजिंग क्या होता है, वेरियस सोर्सेज से बात चल रही है, देखते क्या।
एंड दिस 250 करोड़ ऑफ इक्विटी के अंदर प्रमोटर का पार्टिसिपेशन भी हमने कंक्लूड कर लिया है कि दैट विल, दिस इज एक्स्ट्रा, मतलब दिस इज क्या कहते हैं बाहर के इन्वेस्टर्स का, डिफरेंट इन्वेस्टर्स के, ये नॉन प्रमोटर है कि दिस प्रमोटर नॉन प्रमोटर मिला के हमारा वी विल 250 करोड़ रेज करने का प्लान है?
विदाउट प्रमोटर।
विदाउट प्रमोटर, अच्छा ठीक है, ओके गॉट इट, दैट्स क्वाइट कन्विंसिंग। लास्ट एक चीज दो पिछले क्वार्टर से भी देख रहा हूँ, FFTA फाइबर टू होम वाला जो हमारा है, What is this? I mean these are just जैसे हम टावर लगाते हैं दूसरी जैसे जियो हमको बोलेगा कि भाई मैं फाइबर ले करता हूँ होम तक आप ये कर दो and I will pay you rent on that network. Is it going to be of that kind of revenue?
So the basic revenue would be recurring, same IP1 model pay will have a recurring revenue from Jio, Airtel, BSL both. Fiber to home is nothing but doing vertical wiring of your building. Horizontal wiring from my fed box to your house operator ही करेगा, they will bill you. I'll be sharing my vertical vertical backbone of building with operators and you'll be paying me recurring.
Okay, understood. So मैं जो वही फाइबर जो उनको दूंगा it will be that infrastructure will be given on rent. Okay. That's all from my side and it's been a long time. वापस कहीं मेरा मौका मिलेगा बॉम्बे का definitely want to see you in person. So and give my regards to Lature ji, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay.
Thanks. Thank you, Jay. We'll take the next question from Mr. Yash Adyaru. Yash, you can go ahead, please. Mr. Yash, you can unmute and ask your question. Mr. Yash, we are not able to hear you. We'll move to the next participant. We'll take the next question from Mr. Rishi Kothari. Rishi, you can go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity. I mean, we right now anyway cater to the targets that for 25-27, right? But still, I'll be probably more interested in the next quarter per se or FY25 target and as well as FY26, if at all ballpark numbers that you can give.
So in terms of number of towers?
In terms of no, PAT level and revenue, purely financials.
Rishi, we would like to avoid any quarterly direct guidances.
It would be very difficult, Rishi, to give guidelines on revenue and year.
Okay. And for the whole year also you won't be able to give?
No, Rishi, it would be violation of policies. So you'll not be able to give a proper numbers in terms because it's a sensitive information, market sensitive information.
Not the proper numbers first, but any growth targets or any expected performance.
Really what I can say is this: whatever guidance we have shared earlier remains intact and will achieve that.
Okay, got it. And also in terms of the provisions that we discussed that this quarter we did not had any recovery from the Vodafone Idea debt, right? So is it purely very variable in nature? How exactly does that whole thing work?
Whatever outstanding was there about 180 days has come down to less than 1. We need to do provision only for the recovery which is more than 180 days, which is not more anymore, which is not the case anymore. Previously provided that was a recovery. Now we are not providing it because we are getting the payment from Vodafone within 180 days.
Okay. So what are the provisions that we have created? Anyway, we have already been, reversed it on our P&L.
Yes. We have recovered what all provisions has been successfully recovered.
So the expenses that we right now see on the other expense category will be more or less in the same
same levels.
Same levels. That is around 3.5 crores.
Yes, same levels.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Thank you so much for the update.
Thanks, Rishi. Yes, you can ask a question.
Am I audible right now?
Yes, you're audible.
Thanks for the opportunity. I have two questions. One is, why is there an execution delay in the new tower rollout? Like you previously guided for 4,500 towers in FY25, but you have only achieved almost 1,100 or 1,200 in the first 9 months. What is preventing you from meeting the target? That is my first question. And the second one is that you mentioned that the rollout could spill over into FY26. So what gives you the confidence that the targets will be achieved then in FY26, given that they weren't met in FY25?
Yes, right? Yes. So
Yes.
Yes, what we have done was we have given a guidance of 400 tower for FY25. What we have achieved design is right 1100 plus tower, which is a build tower. There is one more 453 towers, which are not part of building. So, we have done the unique tower of 1500 plus tower, 1600 plus what we have deployed. in first 9 months, which has given me around 1800 plus tenancy. Now, why? See, if you see my entire year predictions, it was same that Q1 and Q2 would be very slow. Q3 and Q4 would be very fast. So Q3, what we have targeted, we have almost achieved it. Q4 gets impacted because of we have planned preferential, which which we have withdrawn now based on market condition. So if that's why there is a delay in the project, which will get spill over to a quarter or say a few quarters. Otherwise, target remains same. How we are ensuring that we'll achieve this target in next financial year, as mentioned earlier on this call, we have been arranging funds from alternative routes, and we are very confident of arranging funds from alternative routes to deploy this number of towers. Only thing there is a spillover is because of the funds management. Otherwise, we have enough orders, we have enough team to deploy. There's no concern at all in terms of performance. Once we arrange funds from the alternative routes, we will be deploying 100% of the committed target in FY26.
Okay, that's fine.
Thank you, Yash.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Yash. We'll take the follow-up question from Saket Kapoor. Saket, you can go ahead, please.
जी सर, आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं?
हाँ, सुन पा रहे हैं
सर। जैसे आपने अभी एक एक्विजिशन किया था एक IP1 एसेट का लोटस के नाम से, जो आपने दिल्ली सर्कल में ऑपरेट करते हैं, तो सर इसमें वैल्यूएशन के क्या मैट्रिक्स आपने अप्लाई किए थे in terms of coming to the enterprise value for the sale?
So probably I'll not give you exact details, but what we normally do is कि पर टावर कॉस्ट जब मैं ऑर्गेनिक बनाता हूँ तो क्या कॉस्टिंग आ रहा है, एंड जब मैं बाई करता हूँ तो क्या कॉस्टिंग आता है. सेकेंडली, मैं कितना टेनेंसी ऐड कर सकता हूँ. तो मैं जब भी कोई कंपनी एक्वायर करता हूँ, वी डोंट वांट टू इम्पैक्ट एबिटा एंड पैट लेवल एट ऑल. सो अगर वो मैं अचीव कर पा रहा हूँ एंड मेरा ऑर्गेनिक ग्रोथ से मार्जिनल हाई पर टावर कॉस्ट जा रहा है, देन वी गो अहेड विद द एक्विजिशन.
नहीं सर, इसे थोड़ा नंबर्स में थोड़ा समझा पाएंगे सर, जैसे आपका रैशनल क्या रहता है? हाँ जी.
होता है कि साकेत नंबर्स में नहीं समझा पाऊंगा, बिकॉज़ ऑब्वियसली देयर इज अ कॉन्फिडेंशियल एग्रीमेंट व्हिच वी साइन विद द एक्वायरिंग कंपनी. तो मैं आपको स्ट्रेटजी बता सकता हूँ कि मेरा जो भी टावर कंपनी में एक्वायर करता हूँ, उसका पर टावर कॉस्ट बी क्लोजर टू माय ऑर्गेनिक. अगर खुद टावर लगाऊंगा तो मेरा जो कॉस्ट आता है, और उसका पर टावर कॉस्ट भी नियर द सेम और लिटिल बिट प्रीमियम वी कैन पे, बिकॉज मुझे रेवेन्यू डे वन से मिल जाता है उतने पूरे वॉल्यूम का. सो उतना ही एक होना चाहिए, देन वी आर ओके विद द एक्विजिशन ऑफ दैट टावर.
सर जैसे इसी संदर्भ में एक और प्रश्न था. आपने ये कहा था कि ये वन ऑफ एक्विजिशन नहीं है, यू आर आल्सो आइंग सम मोर एसेट्स. तो अभी इन द एनुअल और भी इसी साइज के एसेट हैं कि आप बड़ा कुछ और एक्वायर करने में इंटरेस्टेड हैं? और जो आपने 800 करोड़ का जो कैपेक्स का प्रावधान बताया है, उसमें कितना पैसा आपने एलोकेट करके रखा है IP1 एसेट के विषय में?
संजय जी, हमने कोई भी जो ये IP1 के लिए जो एक्विजिशन के लिए है, उसमें कोई प्रावधान नहीं किया हुआ है.
अच्छा,
ठीक है. जो भी ये ऑर्गेनिक ग्रोथ हमारी होनी है, उसी के लिए हमने केवल फंड का 800 CR दिखाया हुआ है. एक्विजिशन आता है सर, ऐसा 15 to 20 करोड़ का कंपनी दिखता है, वो हम जरूर बाय आउट करेंगे. अगर जिस हिसाब से ये हमें वैसा.
अच्छा सर, एक लास्ट पॉइंट था इसमें से. जैसे हेलो,
हाँ
सर, कहीं किसी की लाइन म्यूट अनम्यूट करनी होगी सर. हेलो, हाँ सर. सर ऐसा भी हमें सुनने में ऐसे आ रहा है कि कोई बड़ा IP1 एसेट में कोई M&A एक्टिविटी एक फाइनल स्टेजेस में से चल रही है. तो इसके विषय में भी आपको भी कोई कुछ आप अवगत कर सकते हैं? आई थिंक सो कोई विंध्या टेलीलिंक करके कंपनी है.
आप रिलेटेड टू सुयोग बोल रहे हो कि ओवरऑल मार्केट?
नहीं सर, मैं ओवरऑल मार्केट की वैल्यूएशन के हिसाब से IP1 एसेट्स को वैल्यू कर रहा हूँ कि जैसे आपने एक एक्विजिशन छोटा ही किया है, तो ओवरऑल आपके संज्ञान में ऐसा कुछ है कि आप कोई बड़ा एसेट के विषय में सुन रहे हो जिसमें कोई अनलॉकिंग या M&A एक्टिविटी हो रही हो?
No, Saket, I'm not aware, and even we don't discuss the market rumors. तो जब आएगा तो सभी को डिक्लेयर हो जाएगा.
लास्टली सर ये जो आपने बताया कि FTTH वाला जो एस्पेक्ट है वो अगर आप थोड़ा और क्लियर करते कि हमारे एम्बिट के रेवेन्यू प्रोफाइल में FTTH में हमारा क्या रोल रहेगा एंड वो भी क्या एन्युटी बेस्ड होके वापस कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा, अगर ये लाइन ऑफ बिजनेस थोड़ा आप समझाते।
FTTH बिजनेस अगेन एन्युटी बिजनेस होगा जहाँ पर मैं पेमेंट ऑपरेटर से लूंगा रिकरिंग बेसिस पे, जैसे मैं अभी टावर पे दे देता हूँ. इट विल बी सेम मॉडल विच विल फॉलो. ओनली थिंग वो अभी स्लो एंड स्टेडी ग्रो कर रहा है. विल सी अ मेजर ग्रोथ maybe post FY27 we'll see a major jump in FTTH roll out by operators.
Okay, and this will be in line with the IP1 story only. This will be the same
line.
The same
Only
line.
the model would be little bit different, but it would not the same lines and terms.
जी सर, धन्यवाद सर सभी विस्तृत जानकारी के लिए एंड वी होप दैट वी गेट एन appropriate time going ahead to raise fund. We were unlucky this time. Okay, thank you sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Saket. Since we are overshooting on time, we'll take one last question from Mr. Darshil Pandya. Darshil, you can go ahead, please.
Sir, Tushar sir, just wanted to understand what will be the kind of tenancies by FY25 that we'll be having. FY26 will be having 14 to 15,000. What will be the FY25 number?
So when you say 14 to 15,000, that's a total exit number of FY26. If you say addition tenancy, both FY25 should have around 2,500 odd tenancy addition, and FY26 will have around 7,000 odd tenancy addition.
That will totally give us 14 to 15,000 if I'm right.
Right.
So FY25 will be 4,500 plus. Or not.
Right.
Achha, okay. And sir, what will be the FTTH revenue per kilometer?
Well, if you say FTTH revenue does not depend on per kilometer, it's a per home pass. So it depends from building to building. More the home pass, the better is the revenue.
Okay, got it. All right, sir. Thank you so much for the opportunity and all the best for the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Since that was the last question for the day, I would request the management to give us their closing comments.
So, sir, we need your closing comments.
Yeah, I am ready to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, Laturi, if you can give your closing comments, sir, that will be very helpful.
Sir?
Hello.
I
am audible to all.
Yeah, you're audible.
Yes.
1 minute, please. One. Sorry for the interference. Good afternoon to everyone. I am very happy that all the participants and my team, Tushar, Sharmaji, and all the directors are present. I want to mention here two things. After listening all the people, we have strong market orders in hand, and I have to deliver the whatever commitment my team has given. And I am very much sure from past 2 years in the 4G rollout after 5G, there is a lot of requirement has came in the market. And the first, the rollout of the other two, nobody has asked, but I have to mention here that two people of Jio and Airtel is also coming after March. So looking to the all angle, whatever tower we are installing for BSNL is a rural area and Vodafone is a commercial area. So looking to this perspective, the both another operator maybe naturally come to our side. So revenue growth is whatever plan is achievable, first of all. Second, regarding the funds, a lot of people ask about the fund arrangement. So my preferential and depth, whatever our CFO has told, whatever permitted is there. Another people are also in line with us for the preferentials and QIP. We definitely explore the things, whatever possible, and how the beneficial to my investors, because Suyog has always given the good return. Also, we have secured our ESOP and all this procedure for my staff also, because this is a big task, not a simple task. So we are very systematically planning. We have deployed already all over India sites, and we have to do this thing properly only, because operator have also trust on us that they are delivering. And even in Mumbai, we are looking the 2 state. 5 state we are focusing: Maharashtra, Mumbai, Delhi. We have acquisition done, Gujarat and Rajasthan. So considering 5 state, whatever numbers are there, they are actually orders are in double. But whatever Tushar and other people spoken is only about the what deliverable is there. If the funds will get to us, we will definitely increase our capacity and deploy it, because all our vendors, suppliers are in well position to deliver us, because last 6,500 sites is also a difficult task. But after 6,500, once the national highway come by the rural and we will cross the 10,000, then more orders will become. And we are looking very positive to our growth of the Suyog Telematics, with the interest protecting to this.
Hello, sir, your voice is wrong. Hello. Hello.
Sir, I think there is some disturbance or issue in his line. Would you like to close the conversation, Tusharji?
It's possible due to rain
Yeah, he's
season
back.
and other objectives. All these things are being taken in the mind. And now the working season is going on. So we will deliver our best to the investor protection as well as company's growth. This is my last and final submission for all. And thanks everyone for joining and asking questions. Special thanks to asking question and giving answers to your team is also thanks. I think that we will see the progress in the next quarter. After March, our result once again we will meet. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Latureji, and thank you to the entire management team for joining on the call. And thank you to all the investors for participating on the call. This brings us to the end of today's conference call. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vinayji. Thank you, Tushar.